Hello, I am Dr. Cynthia Kent. I am a clinical neuropsychologist, and I have spent more than 20 years studying how the brain truly heals, not just how it compensates. My work blends neuroscience, nutrition, and psychology, and I'm passionate about helping people move beyond survival and into what I call brain flow. That state where your mind feels clear, calm, and fully alive. Over the years, I've worked with students who struggle to focus, parents running on burnout, executives chasing energy through caffeine, and athletes who looked strong on the outside but felt mentally drained. And across all of them, I've seen the same pattern. The brain isn't broken, it's disconnected. We live in an era of overstimulation and undernourishment. Our brains are flooded with information, but our cells are starving for balance. So we end up feeling tired but wired, foggy but restless, anxious but unfocused, and no amount of willpower can fix that. Because the problem isn't just in the brain. The real solution begins with integration, restoring the communication between the gut, the brain, and the cardiovascular system. These systems are constantly in conversation. And when that dialogue breaks down, everything from focus to emotional regulation suffers. Today, I want to take you through three key systems that work together to restore that connection. Pure, which supports our gut health and detoxification. Bright, which fuels cognitive clarity and neurotransmitter balance. And Beat, which enhances oxygenation, circulation, and brain-body energy flow. Together, they form a science-backed foundation for moving from fog to flow, not by forcing focus or chasing stimulation, but by restoring rhythm, balance, and natural intelligence within the body. So let's begin by looking at where all brain health truly starts in the gut. We live in a time where almost everyone I meet describes the same thing, mental clutter. They say, my brain just feels foggy, or I'm tired, but I can't slow down. We live overstimulated, but under-rested. And most of us just try to fix it from the neck up. More coffee, more focus hacks, more energy drinks, more supplements. The truth is, the brain doesn't work alone. It's constantly talking to your gut, your heart, and your bloodstream. Every emotion, every burst of energy, every crash, it's all part of that conversation. As a neuropsychologist, I've spent years watching patterns repeat in clients when their digestion, circulation, or sleep falters. So does their focus. Their mood changes, their energy drops, and we all call it mental fatigue, but it's really a systems issue. The good news is that systems can be restored when we support the gut, nourish the brain, and improve our circulation. The fog lifts and flow returns. Today, I'll walk you through three systems that work together to make that happen. Pure for gut health and foundation, Bright for mental clarity and communication, and Beat for circulation, oxygenation, and sustained energy. By the end, you're going to understand not just why we get stuck in brain fog, but how to help the entire body function as a single integrated network, one that's built for clarity, calm, and flow. So let's start with the foundation, the gut. Let's start at the beginning with the system that lays the foundation for every thought, mood, and decision we make, the gut. The gut, the brain, and the heart are in constant communication. They're linked by the vagus nerve, hormones, and immune messengers. This creates a feedback loop that affects everything from your mood to your metabolism. Over 70% of the immune system lives in the gut, and nearly all neurotransmitters, building blocks, begin there. So if the gut environment is disrupted, those chemical signals don't reach the brain efficiently. That's where this integrative model comes in. By aligning these three systems, we improve mental clarity, mood regulation, and resilience from the inside out. We begin with the foundation gut integrity and detoxification through Pure. Pure focuses on creating a clean biological foundation supporting digestion, nutrient absorption, and microbial balance. So, when the gut is imbalanced, it releases these inflammatory signals that travel through our body, affecting our energy, focus, and mood. Pure's seed-based nutrients and antioxidants calm this environment. The ingredients like black cumin, milk thistle, and cranberry seed help the body remove toxins and strengthen the gut lining, reducing the noise that interferes with how the brain communicates. Think of it as clearing static from a radio signal. When the gut is balanced, your brain can finally hear the right messages clearly, calmly, and consistently. Pure lays the groundwork for everything that follows. Once that foundation is steady, we can focus on how the brain communicates and how we support mental clarity and focus from the top down. Bright is designed to help the brain do what it's meant to do. Think clearly, stay calm, and process efficiently. It supports focus and emotional stability through ingredients that enhance neurotransmitter communication and reduce overactivation. Compounds like L-theanine, lion's mane, and seed-derived nutrients help balance our dopamine and that serotonin, two key messengers of focus, motivation, and mood. So where caffeine pushes the brain into overdrive, Bright refines how neurons communicate. It's not about stimulation, it's about synchronization. People often describe it as feeling awake but peaceful. More creativity, more follow through, and fewer mental detours. So when the brain communicates clearly, the world feels less chaotic and more manageable. Tasks feel lighter, thoughts are more organized, and emotions feel balanced rather than unpredictable. Now that the foundation and communication are working together, there's one more system to complete the circuit, the one that fuels everything, circulation. And beat is where we bring the body and brain fully online. It's about oxygen, the single most important molecule for cognitive and physical energy. So when circulation slows, the brain feels it immediately. Mental fatigue, slower processing, foggy recall. These are often signs of reduced oxygen delivery, not a lack of motivation. Beet supports that vascular flexibility and nitric oxide production, allowing the smallest capillaries to expand and deliver oxygen deep into the brain and muscles. The result is improved endurance, faster recovery, and clearer mental energy without overstimulation or a crash. This is sustained flow. When oxygen moves freely, the mind moves freely. It's the biological equivalent of a deep, grounding breath, steady, alive, and focused. When these three systems work together, the results are synergistic. Pure clears and nourishes the foundation. Bright strengthens the brain's communication pathways. Beat keeps everything circulating and energized. This combination helps people transition from survival mode to a state of flow, where thought, emotion, and energy are all aligned. You can see it in daily life, steadier focus, more patience, better sleep, and emotional stability. So it's not just improvements, it's integration. Real stories often say it best. A teacher shared that after starting Pure, her digestion and anxiety both improved. And for the first time in years, she woke up feeling rested. An entrepreneur using Bright described it as having my brain back, sharper mornings, no midday crash, and consistent clarity. An athlete said beat changed his performance, but more importantly, his recovery. My mind stays calm even when I'm pushing hard, he said. And one parent shared that her teenage daughter's focus and confidence noticeably improved within a few weeks of using all three. She feels more like herself again. Each of these stories just points to one truth. When the gut, brain, and heart are supported together, balance returns naturally. So, brain fog isn't a flaw, it's feedback. It's the body's way of saying the system is overloaded, the communication lines are jammed, and it's time to recalibrate. So, when we nourish the gut, optimize brain communication, and restore oxygen flow, we move from survival to coherence, from fog to flow. Pure builds the foundation. Bright clarifies the mind. Beat restores energy and rhythm. Together, they represent what's possible when the body systems communicate the way they were designed to do, naturally, intelligently, and in flow. Thank you for your attention and dedication to this whole brain wellness by using Pure, Bright, and Beat. I am Dr. Kent. I am Rain. Now get on out there, get from fog to flow. Thank you.